Today I decided to do a nail art tutorial. I've always had a love for nail polish and doing different nail art, so I figured it was time for me to finally do a nail art tutorial. This one is quite easy to do, so it's good for beginners. First, I painted my base nail with Essie Playdate, which is a really pretty purple. And then I took my dotting tool and I took Hansen Complete Salon Manicure in Fairy Teal, and I dotted this diagonally across my nail. So you'll see I do it sort of one way on one way, and then I go up the opposite way on the other nail. I did this because I wanted to sort of do a chevron pattern throughout my entire nail. So when you hold them up, you can kind of see the fact that it's chevroning from one nail to the other. This is personal preference. You can also do it sort of like horizontally, so if you want to just put the teal all in the middle, and you can always interchange the colors. It's really up to you. But it's something that adds a nice detail to your nails, and it's a quite easy nail art to do. This is also perfect for short nails, so if you have short nails you can do it. You can also do it if you have long nails, but I know some of the tutorials are a little bit harder to do on shorter nails, so I wanted to make sure I did one for shorter nails. I will be doing quite a few more, as I found it was something really fun to do and I really enjoyed doing it. So I'm just still continuing the chevron pattern with the teal color throughout the nails. So this is what they look like. It's just gone from up, down, and now I'm taking yellow. I am using Orly's Lemonade, which is a really pretty yellow color. I wanted to do a combination of sort of like fall, winter, and spring colors, so I figured it was a really nice shade to pick. And I'm just filling one of the sections that doesn't have any of the dots, so I'm going to do it on opposite nails again, sort of continuing with this chevron pattern. And you don't need to necessarily use a dotting tool. You can use a bobby pin and it will sort of create the same effect, but I already had the dotting tool. And now you see I will go in with a tiny toothpick and add extra dots. I did this because I wanted to sort of fade the dots into one another, so you'll see that it sort of overlaps the teal, and then I will eventually go back in with the teal. But I just wanted to start off with the yellow. I found it was easier to do the bigger dots in the teal and then do bigger dots in the yellow and then go back and do the smaller dots. I found that if I did the smaller dots right away with the teal as I did the first sort of bigger dots with the teal, it made it a little bit more difficult to place the bigger yellow dots. So I go in at the end with the teal to finish the look. I always make sure to pick up the pointy toothpicks. So for example, when you're eating at a restaurant and they have some, I always pick up a couple extra because I find they work the best. You can get the other sort of toothpicks that are not as pointy at the end, but I find they're a little bit difficult to use just because they're a different size, but the pointy ones are really nice. So now I'm taking an orange color and doing the opposite side of the yellow, and I actually mixed two colors for this color. I mixed China Glaze Peachy Keen with Quo by Orly Drama Queen. So essentially it's a bright neon orange with more of a muted orange. The neon oranges are usually not as opaque, so I wanted to mix it. And you can see that I've done all the opposite sides of the yellow. You can also see that not all my dots are perfectly round, and I think that that just adds a little bit of nice texture to them and doesn't make it look so perfect. So it's perfect for beginners. I mean, a little bit of my OCD-ness comes out and I wanted to make them all perfect, but halfway through I was like, you know what, I'm just going to embrace it and make it easy for myself rather than like taking it off and redoing it. So I'm now taking the orange color and doing small dots all over with the orange after I've done the larger dots. And again, this was just sort of to blend all the colors together and make it sort of into a fade. The small dots are really nice for the small nails as well because it covers more area. If you just do bigger dots, it can kind of all blend into one. With smaller dots, you can get more dots on your nails with smaller nails just because there's less surface area on a smaller nail. So now I'm taking the teal color and I'm sort of intertwining that with the orange and the yellow to sort of add a little bit more of a blended look. Again, I found that this was easier to do at the end because I didn't know exactly where I would want to place the bigger dots of the orange and the yellow. So going back in at the end and doing the smaller dots of teal was perfect. You can definitely switch up the colors. You can do something more summery, you can do something more spring, you can do whatever colors you want. I think think a white base would be really nice with some neon colors in the summer, or just do all deep dark vampy colors in the winter. It would be perfect. So this is the finished look. I will soon put a top coat on it, which kind of blends the color all into one, and you don't get that much texture, but you could always leave it like this. It's a little bit more 3D texture. This is what it looks like with the top coat on, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this look. I'm thinking about doing another one horizontally, but I really enjoy the chevron pattern. If you see on the first nail, it goes down and then it goes up and then it goes down. I hope you guys enjoyed this beginner dotting nail art tutorial. Definitely let me know in the comments below if you have any other recommendations for me to try. Make sure you subscribe because I will be doing more nail art tutorials because I really enjoy doing this one. And thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned.